Okay, I continue on the lesson. So here we have an example. So I'm not sure if I can zoom in, and nothing happens. So sometimes it goes crazy. Okay, so you will see this again when you look at the equation. You can notice. Let's say we don't notice and we want to just see what we can do. So in this case, I don't see any coefficient 1 beside any variable. So if I want to go with substitution, I can go by elimination here, but I didn't teach you. Okay, so now we do just with substitution. So how do we do this example? Doesn't matter. Okay, so here I do not see any easy variable, so I just pick one of them. Okay, so let's say I find x here. Okay, so so I have 2x equal minus 2 plus 6y, so I can change the sign, I can change the color because I'm changing the sign, and then it is x equal minus 1 plus 3y. Okay, good. I divided by 2, but surprisingly I just cancel, and that's perfect. Okay, so when I do that, then I would say, okay, I substitute in the other equation. So remember, I need bracket because I have several for x. So at the beginning I have just x, but now I have minus 1 plus 3y. So minus 1 plus 3y minus 9y equal minus 3. All right, and then I see it's minus 3 plus 9y minus 9y equal minus 3. This and this cancel. You will see minus 3 equal minus 3, which is always true. This is always possible. This is always correct. Okay, so that's always true. When I reach to something which is always true, it means I have infinity number of solutions. Okay, so I have many solutions. This means I have just the same equation, and I didn't notice this. Okay, so when I reach to something which was impossible, so that's always false, I say no solution. But in this case, when I reach to something which is always possible, which is always true, so I would say I have infinity number of solution. And the reason is, look at here, the reason is my equation 1 is 2x minus 6y equal minus 2. I can simplify 2 with each side, and I have x minus 3y equal minus 1. Perfect. And the equation 2 is 3x minus 9y equal minus 3, which is x. So I divide both sides with 2 here, and I divide both sides with 3 here. So I have x minus 3y equal minus 1. Perfect. And I see the same equation. So I do not have two equations. I just have one equation. Do you remember, for the one that I said impossible, I had two equations that both of the line were parallel. I had two the same slope and two different y-intercept. So I had two parallel lines in that case. But in this case, I have the same line. So it's top of each other. So if you go to the first page, you can see you have infinity number of solutions because you have just one line. So means you have many points in common because you have both lines top of each other. So you can choose whatever for x and then find a y. So that's why you have infinity number of solutions. So you have infinity number of solutions in this case. When you reach something to which is always true, like here, minus 3 equal minus 3. Okay, and I showed you. Okay, so how about this? Okay, so perfect. Now I can show you more challenging questions. Oh, perfect. Here I see denominators. Here I see fractions. So I recommend, you can go by fraction, you can, but I recommend remove it. Remove fractions. How do you remove it? So you have to multiply both sides with least common denominator of 2 and 8, which is 8. And you multiply this one, least common denominator of 3 and 2, which is 6. You multiply that. And then you see you have 8x divided by 2 plus 8y divided by 8 equal 32. Remember, you have to multiply both sides. Many times I see a student, they multiply one side and the other side they just keep it 4. No. Multiply both sides. How about you multiply 6? So it's 6x divided by 3 minus 6y divided by 2 equal minus 12. So maybe I change the color here just to have your attention. Okay, so then simplify. So 8x divided by 2, 4x plus y is 32. And 2x minus 3y is minus 12. Okay, perfect. Now I have just two equations, two unknown. I don't see any denominator. I don't see any fraction. So I choose this guy and I choose this guy to go by substitution because that's easier for me because it beside y is 1. Okay, so y is minus 4x plus 32. Okay, and now I substitute here. So it is 2x minus 3 multiple minus 4x plus 32, which is minus 12. Okay, so it is 2x minus, so plus 12x minus 60. Okay, so minus 96. Minus 96 equal minus 12. So I have 14x equal 84, and x is I think 6. Okay, what is y? Y is minus 4 multiple 6 plus 32, which is 32 minus 24, which is 8. Okay, so I have 6 and 8 as the solution. Okay, that's my solution. How can I make sure? I can just substitute. Okay, so I substitute. Remember, I substitute in the original equation. Okay, because maybe I made a mistake when I was changing my equation. Okay, so I substitute in the original one. So I have 6 over 2 plus I have 8 over 8. Am I right here? Yes. So which is 2 plus 1, which is, oh sorry, 3 plus 1, which is 4 equal 4. Perfect. How about the other one? 6 over 3. Oops. 6 over 3 minus 8 over 2, which is 2 minus 4, which is minus 2 equal minus 2. Perfect. Okay, so I see left side equal right side for both equations. So perfect. I didn't make any mistake. In the two of the above equations, the solutions are not like the others, two of them. And this is what I talked about that. Okay, so for one of them, I said you have no solution, and for one of them, you have infinity number of solutions. So that's those examples that here we are talking about. For other example, you just have one solution, which is one intersection between two lines. Okay, so now I can talk about this method, elimination. Okay, so elimination, as you hear, you can eliminate. Okay, again, I do not like to go over process because I'm just taking your time. You don't, I'm not saying you don't get it. Of course you get it, but you don't really touch it unless I do example. So I prefer to do example. Okay, so look at the equation here. Okay, so what can I do to eliminate one of my variables? Can I do something to eliminate one of my variables? Okay, so can I eliminate x? Can I eliminate y? Okay, so when you look at these two equations, you see you have y, so you have 3y and you have minus 3y. Okay, so what happens if you add them? So you have equation 1, you have equation 2. What happens if you do equation 1 plus equation 2? Remember, you have to add both sides. Okay, so it is 2x plus 3y plus 5x minus 3y equal 23 plus 5. Oh, good. So this one and this one cancel. So I have 7x equal 28. So x is 4. Done. So easy. Okay, so x is 4. Then what can I do to find the second variable? Substitute into one of the original equations. So doesn't matter which one of them. Okay, so doesn't matter first one or second one. It's okay. So which one you choose? For example, I choose first one. So I do 2 multiple 4 plus 3y equal 23, which is 3y equal 23 minus 8. Yes, which is 15, and y is 5. Okay, and then I check my, okay, so then I check my, let me see, then I check my answer. So 4 and 5. Okay, so 4 and 5 is the solution, so I can just highlight it here and I can check my answer. So here, what is my answer? So 2 multiple 4 plus 3 multiple 5, it's 8 plus 15 equal 23 equal 23. Yes, I check both of them. Okay, so 5 multiple 4 plus, oh, 3 multiple 5 equal 20 multiple 15 equal 5 equal 5. Yes. Okay, perfect. So that's good. Okay, so then there are a lot of questions here. You ask me, how about if I don't have 3 and minus 3? How about if I have 3 and 3? So if I add them, I cannot remove. What can I do here? Okay, so I would say, okay, let's look at the steps. Of course, I can tell you later, but when we look at the steps, okay, so determine which one you want to eliminate. So C, determine which one you want to eliminate. So you want to eliminate X or Y, okay? So I would say here there are just many things to consider. Sometimes I want to, you can eliminate any of them, but sometimes I would say if I eliminate y, it's easier for me. Look at this equation here. If I want to eliminate x, it's harder because I have 2x and 5x. But when I have the same answer, sorry, the same coefficient beside y, one of them positive, one of them negative, I just add them. That's it. I can remove them. Okay, so see, it says multiple each equation with the integer. See, it is for general case, but I don't see general case here. Okay, so I go step by step. If I see ax plus by equals c, so minus ax plus dy equal e, I add them to remove x, vice versa. If I have ax plus by equals c, dx minus by equal e, I add them to remove y. See, here I have the same number, different side. Beside x, here I have the same number. Beside the same number, different sign beside y. So I just add them to remove that variable which has the same number, different sign beside. Okay. How about if I have the same number, the same sign? Here I have the same number, the same sign. What should I do? If I add them, of course I don't remove. If I add them, I have 3x plus 6y. I don't remove. Okay, so listen. In this case, many teachers, they say you have to subtract. See, you have to do equation 1 minus equation 2. Okay, that's correct. So you do 2x plus 3y, which is equation 1, equation 2. So you do equation 1 minus equation 2. So this minus x plus 3y equal 13 minus 8. Okay, so you have 2x plus 3y minus x minus 3y equal 5, which is this one and this one cancel, so x is 5. Oh, perfect. I found my answer. Okay, so this is correct, totally correct. My recommendation is because when you minus, see, sometime I see when a student minus, they just, for example, they minus x and they forget they have to minus 3y. Okay, so they forget they need a bracket, so they don't use the bracket. So my recommendation is, in this case, if you have, I can write it here, if you have ax plus by equals c and ABC. So dx plus by equal e, okay? You can have equation 1 and you can multiply this with negative So you can just multiply that with negative, so don't change that. So ax plus by equals c, but this one multiply with -1, so minus dx minus by equal minus e, and then again add them, okay? In that case you have the same number, different sign. Opposite, the same for x. So here I did for y, the same for x. So I don't take your time to write it, okay? So you know what I mean, okay? So if you do first equation minus second equation is correct. If you multiply the second equation with negative and add them, that's also correct, okay? Okay, so it's x equal 5, and then I choose any of the equations. So for example, the second one is easier for me. So equation 2, so it's 5 plus 3y equal 8. So 3y equal 3 and y equal 1. Okay, and this is my answer. I can check my answer. So for check, I don't check it. I just do, I just keep check as homework. Make sure to check it. Always you have to check it, homework. Okay, so to see if I didn't make any mistake here. Okay, so yes, let me see. So I wanted to check something. Okay, so yes, so yeah. Okay, so let me see if so 10 plus 3, yeah, that's correct. Okay, so you can check. How about here? How about here? Oh, here I do not see the same number. I do not see the same number, let alone I see the same sign or different sign. I don't see the same number. Oh my God, what should I do? Okay, so go to the steps. See here. Multiply each equation by an integer to obtain the same coefficient. So you multiply each equation with a number to make coefficients the same. For example, first you have to tell me which one you want to eliminate. Here doesn't matter x or y, okay? For the other equations, it matters because I had the same number, the same sign, the same number, different sign. So it's easier for me to remove y. It's easier for me to remove y here. It's easier for me to remove y here, okay, for question 6 and 7. But right now, no, it doesn't matter because I don't see any with the same number. So tell me which one you want to eliminate. Okay, you want to eliminate y, for example. Okay, so you multiply this one with 5, you multiply this one with 2. How do you know? Okay, look at this. 2 is here, put it here. 5 is here, put it here. Okay, I go further. I say try to make the signs also different. So you have 10y and 10y. No. So one of them with 5, one of them with -2. Then it's easier because then you can add them. Okay? If you don't do that, then you have to subtract them. Doesn't matter. Both of them the same. But when I add them, it's easier for me. I don't need to pay attention to signs and those things. Okay. So I have 15x plus 10y equal 10 minus 8x minus 10y equal minus 24. Remember, you multiply both sides. You multiply all terms. Okay, so now I can add them. Okay, so what happened when I add them? Okay, so I have this and this cancel each other. This and this 7x equal minus 14. Oh, perfect. So x is -2 then. Good. Now I go to the original equation and substitute x equal -2, one of them. Okay, so I do 3 multiple -2 plus 2y equal 2. And then I have 2y equal to plus 6, which is 8, and y is 4. Okay? So maybe I have no room here, so I just make it smaller just to say y is 4, right? Yes. Oops. Yeah. y is 4. And then my answer is, so the answer is minus 2 and 4. As homework, you can check your answer. Means you have to substitute in the original equation and see if left side equal right side for both of them. Okay, so check is your homework. Okay, so how about here? Okay, how about here? Oh, how can I remove? Which one I can remove? Okay, so you would say it doesn't matter, or no, it matters. Okay, listen. If you want to remove y, you have to multiply one of them with 3, one of them with minus 2. But if you want to remove 2, so if you want to, it's easier. Why? Because I don't need to multiply anything here. I just multiply the first one with minus 2. That's it. So it matters. I choose x. I choose to eliminate x. Okay, so I multiply. So I have x plus 2y equal minus 3. I have 2x plus 3y equal minus 4. I multiply this one with minus 2. I don't multiply the second one with any number. But if I want to remove y, I have to multiply one of them with 3, one of them with minus 2, or one of them with minus 3, one of them with 2. I don't want that. I want to reduce my workload, because it's time consuming, and the more work, the more chance of mistake. I do not want to do that. Okay, so it is minus 2x minus 4y equals 6, 2x plus 3y equal minus 4, right? And then when I add, okay, so now I add them. Perfect. I can see I remove x. If I see I don't remove anything, means I made a mistake. I have to go back and check my work. Okay, so when I add them, then it's what happens. So it's 0 minus y equal 2. So therefore y is minus 2. Okay, y is minus 2. When I say y is minus 2, so tell me what is x. Okay, so x is here, let me see. So x is, okay, so I choose the first one. It's easier for me. X minus, okay, sorry, x plus 2 multiple minus 2 equal minus 3. So x minus 4 equal minus 3, and x is 1. Okay, so maybe I can do a step by step. So x is oops, so x is minus 4 plus 3. No, I have to change it. Sorry, I have to change this time. 4 minus 3, which is 1. Okay, so the answer is, oops, the answer is 1 and minus 2. The answer is 1 and minus 2. Check your work. Okay, so checking is your homework. Okay, so checking means you substitute in both of them. And okay, so how about here? Which one you remove? Doesn't matter, or it matters? It matters. If I want to remove d, I have to multiply one of them with 5, one of them with, for example, minus 3. Or I have to multiply one of them with minus 5, one of them with 3. But if I want to remove c, it's easier for me. It's much easier for me. Why? Because I just need to multiply the second one with minus 4. That's it. Okay, so I have 8c minus, oops, minus 3d equal minus 10. I have 2c minus 5d equals 6. So I multiply this one with minus 4 and add them. Okay, if I want to remove d, then I have to multiply one of them with 5, one of them with minus 3, or opposite. Okay, so then one of them with minus 3 and minus 5. Okay, so it's more work, and it needs more work, and I don't want to do that. Okay, then when I do that, I see the answer is minus 2 and minus 2, and make sure to check so finding answer and checking homework. Okay, make sure to do it. Okay, so how about here? 1x 1y. Okay, so see, I have this. Okay, so which one you remove? This is a good question. Which one you remove? Do you remove x? Do you remove y? I think both of them the same, because For both of them, I can multiple, for example, I can multiple the first one with -2 and remove x, or I can multiple the first one with 3 and remove y. Okay, so it doesn't matter then. Okay, so I multiply this one with 3 then. Okay, so what happened? 12x plus 9y equal 45. So 8x minus 9y equal 15. Now I add them. Okay, so I have 2x equal 60 and x is 3. Okay, so then you say 4 multiple 3 plus 3y equal 15, and 3y is 15 minus 12, which is 3, and y is 1. Okay, so maybe, okay, here I have room, so I do y is 1, so done. So my answer is 3 and 1, and I can check my answer. I can checking can be homework. I can do it. Okay, so check is homework. So make sure you check it. Means you have to substitute to see if left side equal right side. Okay, how about this one? So you have this one. Okay, and also, okay, oops, let me see what's going on. Okay, so again something happened. Okay, so crazy, and I don't see. Okay, so okay, here, perfect. So that's that, and okay, and this one, and these examples that I added. Okay, so I do this one, so and then I just leave the same, all of them for. Okay, so here, okay, so here, which one you remove? Okay, so here doesn't matter, P or Q doesn't matter, because for both of them I have to do the same thing. Okay, so which one you prefer? Okay, so I prefer to remove Q, because one of them positive, one of them negative. It's easier for me. I don't need to multiply one of them with negative. If I want to remove P, I have to multiply this one with -5. I have to multiply this one with 2, or I have to multiply this one with -2 and 5. Okay, so I do not want that. I want to do both of them positive. It's easier for me. So I remove Q. Okay, so I multiply this one with 5. I multiply this one with 3. See, the one that I see here, I multiply with the next one. The one that I see here, I multiply with the next one, and then I can remove. I can make the number the same. Okay, so remember, you multiply both sides. You multiply all terms. Okay, so 25p plus 15q equal 5 multiple 19. Where is my calculator? So, oops, 95. 95. Sometimes I don't trust my brain. Okay, so it's 6p minus 15q equal 33. Add them. When you add them, you remove these two, because 15 and minus 15, they cancel each other. So here I have 31p equal, okay, so minus 62, if I am right. Yes, so p is -2 then. Okay, p is -2, and then you substitute, so it's 5 minus 2, doesn't matter which one. Okay, so it is 5 minus 2 plus 3q equal -19. So 3q is -19 plus 10, which is -9, and q is, so 3q is, so make this, okay, q is -9, and then q is -3. Okay, so the answer is -2 and -3. I can highlight it and I can say checking is your work. Okay, so checking it just to see if left side equal right side. So checking is homework. Okay, so I just leave all of so this example and also those examples that I added. See, I added some examples here. They are more challenging. I really cannot cannot leave you with note examples in the note. I have to do more work, because your brain really needs practice, really needs exercise. Okay, and you don't really get it unless you really force yourself to do it. Okay, so right now I stop here and I continue after.